The spy who escaped prison using invisible ink. What if you were locked in a high-security prison surrounded by guards with nitrogen monoxide way out? What if every letter you sent was read, every move watched, every word monitored? But one spy beat the system. Hello, my friends. Welcome to Secret Agents Exposed. Today we dive into a story so wild, so shocking, so interesting. You won't believe it's true. Let's start. Using nothing but invisible ink, he sent secret messages from behind bars, coordinated with his handler Sand, pulled off an escape so brilliant it still stuns intelligence agencies today. This is the real-life story of Fritz Duquesne, the master spy who escaped American prison using invisible ink. The spy with many faces. Before he ever landed in prison, Fritz Albert Duquesne was already a legend. Born in South Africa in 1877, Duquesne was a man of many lives: soldier, journalist, adventurer, big game hunter, and most importantly spy. He spoke multiple languages, could impersonate anyone, and claimed to have fought in both the Second Boer War and World War I. But beneath the charm and stories was something darker. Duquesne was a master manipulator, a professional liar who offered his services to the highest bidder. By the 1910s, he had begun working for the Germans, feeding them intelligence about the British and Americans, and when the US joined World War I, Duquesne was already deep inside the country, spying for Germany. The fake identity and the arrest. In New York, Duquesne assumed a new identity: Captain Frederick Fritz Duquesne, a war hero and author. He even gave public lectures about the British military, while secretly plotting sabotage against them. But the British and US intelligence agencies were closing, and he was linked to the sinking of British merchant ships, bomb plots, and forged documents. In 1917, he was finally arrested by the FBI for espionage, fraud, and sabotage, and sentenced to 18 months in prison. But the story doesn't end there. Duquesne wasn't done yet. The invisible ink plan. While behind bars, Duquesne didn't give up. Instead, he got to work, using the one tool that had helped spies for centuries: invisible ink. He began writing seemingly innocent letters to friends and lawyers on the outside, but hidden in the margins, between the lines and in the folds, were covert messages. He used substances like lemon juice, milk, diluted chemicals, even saliva mixed with starch. When heated or treated with special reagents, the invisible ink revealed his escape plan. And it worked. He coordinated with German agents in the US who bribed guards, manipulated paperwork, and planned his exit route: the daring escape. In 1919, Duquesne faked a medical condition so convincingly he was transferred to a hospital prison ward in New York, and there he vanished. Some say he slipped out dressed as a doctor, others believe he escaped through a service tunnel, bribing guards on the way out. What we do know is this: within 48 hours he was gone. Nitrogen monoxide trail. Nitrogen monoxide leads nitrogen monoxide. Duquesne FBI agents were furious and humiliated. A man who had sabotaged US ships and plotted mass destruction had vanished from their custody using nothing but charm, deception, and invisible ink. The spy returns again and again. You'd think that would be the end, but Duquesne didn't stop. Over the next 2 decades, he changed identities multiple times, moved across the Americas, and continued spying. Now during World War II, in the late 1930s, he joined what became one of the largest Nazi spy rings ever uncovered in the US. He passed along military ship movements, defense plans, technical designs, and all the while he used old tricks: invisible ink, secret codes, drop boxes, and aliases. By 1941, the FBI had had enough. They launched Operation Sleepy Lagoon, an intensive effort to bring down Duquesne's spy network, the Duquesne Spy Ring. In 1941, Duquesne and 32 other Nazi agents were arrested by the FBI. It became known as the Duquesne Spy Ring, the largest espionage bust in American history at the time. The evidence was overwhelming. The trial was explosive, and this time Duquesne wasn't going to escape. He was sentenced to 18 years in federal prison, where he finally served out his time without disappearing. He was released in 1954, old and sick, and died quietly in 1956 at age 78. But his legacy lived on. The legacy of the ink. Fritz Duquesne remains one of the most creative and elusive spies in modern history. His use of invisible ink to send escape plans from prison under the nose of FBI guards was a masterclass in deception. Today, invisible ink is still used in different forms by intelligence agencies around the world, but Duquesne's story is a reminder of something deeper: that espionage isn't always about guns or gadgets. Sometimes it's about out-inking your captor, send writing your future in ink no one else can see. Thanks for watching Spy Stories on Secret Agents Exposed. Want more unbelievable real-life spy tales? Don't forget to subscribe, like, and tap the notification bell, because in the world of espionage, truth is always stranger than fiction. See you in the next video with unique story.